Hi, it's Steve. Today we'd like to show you how to change the oven temp sensor on your range. It's a really easy job. Let me show you how we do it. And before we begin this job, the first thing we'll need to do is to remove all of the items in the oven itself and perhaps remove the upper rack as well to give yourself a little more room. Once you've done that, we'll next disconnect the power. So either pull the range forward enough that you can unplug it, or locate the electrical panel, turn off the appropriate breaker, or remove the appropriate fuses. Now to change this part, we'll also need to remove the rear access panel. So you'll want to pull the range forward enough so that you can get behind it, or turn it around. And to remove this upper panel, there's typically about 8 screws that secure it to the frame of the oven. So we'll just go ahead and remove those. And then just pull down slightly on the top, tilt it back, and then lift up on it, and then just set that aside. Now next, we'll locate the wire terminals to the broil element. Now with the access panel removed, we'll locate the temp sensor. Just release the locking tab on it, separate the 2 halves of the harness, and just straighten that out. Then we'll go to the front of the oven, open up the door, and we'll remove the 2 screws that secure that sensor to the back wall of the oven. And then we can pull that out and install the new one. The temp sensor is located up in the left rear corner of the oven here. So we'll next just remove those 2 screws. And slide that sensor and the wire harness out through the opening. Discard the old one. And as best you can, straighten that harness. And we'll push it through that insulation very gently. And then line up the mounting bracket with the screw holes. Reinstall the retaining screws. Tighten those both securely. And now we'll go to the back of the oven where we can reconnect the wire harness. So just make sure that we didn't pull any of that insulation through that opening. Line up the 2 halves of that wire harness connector for the sensor. Make sure they're pressed firmly together so that the locking tab engages. And then next we'll put the rear panel on. We do need to make sure that we line it up properly to make it fit properly. These 2 folded over portions on the bottom have a little lip on them, and they will engage these 2 tabs that protrude from the back panel. Now at the same time, the edge of those 2 tabs has to slide under a folded over edge on the center cover. So they will go in underneath those 2 little tabs. The center portion is notched out a bit there, and it will sit down over the back edge of that. So engage the 2 tabs on the edge first, bring it up, clip them in place, and you can tilt that panel forward. You'll need to just put a little tension on it to fit these 3 tabs across the top in underneath the console. And that should keep enough tension on it that we can then reinstall the screws. Now, once we have that back panel in place, we can push the range back into position. We're ready to push the range back into place and reconnect the power, and your repair is complete.